What's up guys, Adrian here with Balanced Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, here with Elvis Chen. Today we're going to be going over the second option from that kimura when we use the arm trap system. So from the side control, a lot of times we get into that kimura and our opponent is defending and we can't seem to break that grip, or he manages to connect his hands. Okay, so typically from that position I just fall straight into the arm bar. So that same idea here. Opponent's gonna get the elbow inside. I'm gonna switch my base to recapture the elbow. Okay, a lot of times I'm applying pressure here, making him feel uncomfortable. So as I release that elbow, he wants to start bringing his elbow inside, which makes it easy for me to grab the wrist and then bring that far knee. Okay, so I bring that knee that's behind, right in front of the bicep to trap. I recapture and then I switch my legs here. Okay, now a lot of times when I start going for this kimura, my opponent here starts grabbing his hands and makes it really difficult for me. So even when I go into my full kimura here, let's rotate. So even when I have the wrist control, it's very difficult for me to break that grip. So all I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna step up, my foot's gonna go right by his hip, and now I'm just gonna turn, and I'm gonna fall right into my arm bar, okay? Now this particular arm bar is a little bit different because my knee is up here. A lot of times, if my knee is up, I prefer to have my legs over. Okay, so a lot of times what I like to do if I have my knee up, I'll switch my grip and I'll start controlling the pant here. Okay, and then from here, I'll take my leg out. Okay, having that control of the pant here allows me to have a little bit more control of his direction so he doesn't posture up. So it gives me a little bit of space and time for me to pull my leg out, and I'll go into my arm bar where I can lock the shoulder, okay? Now from here, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and switch back, okay? And my opponent here, Elvis, is choosing to do like a ball and socket grip. So from here, remember I always talked about when we get that arm bar, I go elbow deep, cupping the thigh. If I can see his wrist or his fingers, especially if the hand that I'm attacking, that's what I'm gonna attack with the free hand. So all I like to do here is grab all 4 fingers, right? We always have to grab 4 fingers, otherwise it's illegal, okay? So we can't grab less than 4 fingers, unless it's a street situation in which you can grab the pinky. But from here, just gonna grab all 4 fingers and start pulling the wrist towards you. If I can compromise the structure of the wrist, it's gonna make the whole arm weak. So as I start pulling, he's gonna wanna let go. Now I switch to the wrist control, pinching the knees, pulling the arm to the chest, and then lifting the hip. Okay, I always make sure I lock this far shoulder nice and tight. Okay, that's gonna keep the stabilization and the control a lot tighter for my opponent. If I leave my legs loose here, he's able to move his arm freely. I don't want him to be able to pull his arm and his shoulder away, so I like to lock that shoulder. Okay, so back to the beginning here. So side control, my opponent gets his arm in, I'm gonna switch my base, recapture that elbow. Okay, start applying pressure, lifting my butt up off the ground. He wants to retract that arm. I scissor my legs, bring the shin over, trap. Back to my side control, windshield wiper. Post the leg out. I start setting up my kimura here. Start setting up my kimura. I can't get it. I bring my foot up, and then I just turn. And I sit. Now from here, okay, I need to be careful my opponent doesn't hitchhiker. Okay, there's nothing controlling his hip. So I need to make sure really quickly, when I get into this position, I like to switch and grab that pant. Still cupping my thigh. Now I can release that leg and start crossing my feet, pinching. Okay, and then now from here, switch back. Control that wrist, or all 4 fingers, pull. And now once I feel that grip break, I go right up to the wrist, 2-on-1. Pinching the knees, pulling to the chest, lifting the hip to get the tap, okay? If you want to, if you're here, you can also finish from this side as well. You don't have to switch if you don't feel comfortable. Alright guys, so that was the second option from that side control trap system. When your opponent defends the kimura, you just go straight into the arm bar from there. So I hope you guys enjoy it.